I wanted to give you a data center update here in Pahrump and 3 important upcoming dates that you're going to want to know about as far as fighting these data centers here in Pahrump. The first is next Tuesday, July 21st at the commissioner meeting. There's going to be a vote to change the zoning to accommodate data centers. Now, the biggest problem that I have with this, just the act itself, of course I will vote no on changing data center zoning to allow them. But the problem is that we currently have a moratorium. So data centers are illegal. And so if the board is to change zoning to accommodate something that's illegal, that to me is not something that we can do. So we will see what happens, but next week there will be a vote by commissioners probably that will open the door for data centers by changing the zoning. The second date, and this is very important, is the Saturday, July 25th, 10 a.m. in the commissioners' chambers. This is an informal meeting. And how it happened was Commissioner Jabour and I were talking about this stuff and how we needed to figure out a way to get your opinion in front of other commissioners who are going to be voting on a data center ban on August 4th. So I know that I've heard some concerns about data center developers being at the Saturday, July 25th meeting. And yes, that is true, but this is not about trying to convince you to want a data center. This is about getting commissioners to see that we don't want a data center. So please show up, tell people you're opposed. A lot of this is a mystery anyway, so I don't know how anyone can convince anyone that these things are perfectly fine. So Saturday, come on down. The more people, the better. Of course, at the last meeting, it was said that there weren't enough of us down there upset that there were going to be data centers coming in. So this is very, very important to get people down there to the Saturday, July 25th meeting. The next date, and this is the crucial one, is the August 4th commissioner meeting, where there will be a ban of data centers in Nye County on the agenda. This is Tuesday, August 4th. In its current, and this is really important, in its current version, the law itself, it has to be tweaked a little bit. So I will be amending that law. I am really sorry this is happening. Of course, I had nothing to do with it, and I'm sorry that you have to go through this. If you're like me, you get a little bit of a sick to your stomach feeling thinking about these things coming into our town. I really don't know why anyone would want this here or want to put it here. It's really sad to me. I mean, I'm standing out here in my backyard. Look at what we're fighting for. So thank you for standing alongside me. Really appreciate it. I really do. And I'll see you on the battlefield.
A quote from President Roosevelt, Teddy Roosevelt, not FDR. He said in 1903, "We have gotten past the stage when we are to be pardoned if we treat any part of our country as something to be skinned for 2 or 3 years for the use of the present generation. Whether it is the forest, the water, the scenery, whatever it is, handle it so that your children's children will get the benefit of it. Not to the speculator who hopes to get profit out of it for 2 or 3 years, but handle it so that it will be of use to the homemaker, to the man who comes to live here, and to have his children stay after him." And it's 123 years later. It's always interesting to read, and people think times change. They don't really change all that much. And so I don't know exactly what he was struggling with at the time. I know that someone tried to kill him a couple years later. And I know that he was vice president. His president, I believe it was McKinley, was killed. And he proposed an environmentalist push around the time he was killed. I think a year after, I believe. And maybe it was the Silver Standard. I don't know. Could have been that. The next board can absolutely overturn this if they want to do so. And I think that is, if that's something they want to do, that's fine. There's nothing anyone can do to stop it, just like no one can stop me from proposing something or us from voting for something. But I'll say the same thing now as I did before I took office in that couple of months when everyone's trying to ram through things in the last couple of months, throwing everything through. And I think we had 3 meetings in December or something crazy, like 4 meetings in December before I took office. And it's just disappointing to watch something like that. So this is coming forward because this could have significant damage to the community. We don't know. It could not. We don't know. But I don't want to take that chance. I don't think the people want to take that chance. I really don't. If the next people want to come in and listen to the experts who are paid to have expert opinions tell us that there's nothing wrong with this, then they can vote on that. But as for me and President Roosevelt, I'm going to stand on the side of being against the speculator who hopes to get profit out of our land for 2 or 3 years, and with the homemaker, the man who comes to live here, and his children after him. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
The idea of having a big group discussion with the public and having the presentation be done to the public is probably a good idea, Commissioner Bayne. Yeah, both of you up there, actually. Because what we're dealing with today and what we've heard today is data centers, how they evolved. Data centers evolved generating a lot of heat, and the only way they had to cool it was to dump a lot of water and blow air through it. That uses a lot of water, as we know. But they've come a long way. And if I have an ordinance that says you can build whatever you want to build, assuming it does not use water, it does not generate heat, it does not generate foul smells, it does not create noise, as long as I can control all of that, I don't have a problem. But
Well, it would require them to prove that
that's what I
in the presentation. It wouldn't be a statement.
But I need an ordinance that does that, instead of one that just says you can't do anything.
I'll make a motion to pass item 12 as written.
There is a motion on the floor. Okay, we have a motion on the floor from Commissioner Bayne. Do we have a second or do we not? All right, that motion dies as is.